Good afternoon. We're out here on Progressive, claim number 1484609-253-454-033616. It's 78 degrees on June the 13th of 2025. It's approximately 3:08. And what I have here is a shingle that was previously paid for on a repair scope. So we're going to be completing the prescribed repairs using Owens Corning shingle. Now, we took a picture of this when it was on the truck. This is the shingle that was recommended to us. So we're going to be making that repair there. How this repair is going to go is I'm going to use CertainTeed's guidelines. That CertainTeed is the only manufacturer that has published repair guidelines. So basically what they say is to break the seals loose, remove the nails without bending the shingle more than 45 degrees. And so that's what we're going to do today. And we're gonna see what kind of results we have. I'm going to start with this shingle here. Now, one thing I want to point out about this shingle is it may or may not have been one of the ones paid for. There were only 2 shingles paid for on the original scope. You can see here, we've got one shingle here, another that I'm actually on the pitch hopper. And there's actually more. So we're doing this one because if I repaired this one, then we wouldn't be able to see the results because this shingle is already damaged. You can tell above, the shingles above, they're aged, they're deteriorated, but they're not damaged. So we're starting our repair here. I'll break all these seals loose. Oh man, not going good already. So I'll break all these seals loose and remove the nails, and then we'll go from there. All right, so one of the things you look for when you're repairing shingles is to make sure the shingles are malleable enough so that you can manipulate them without breaking. All right, if they're not malleable and they're brittle, then you can't manipulate them enough to get the nails in and out. All right, so there is some malleability to these, but also we have some issues with the sealants. So the sealant strips, they're holding a little too good, and it means we're going to have some problems here, just like this arose. I've got some tearage, and already I've got some mat transfer. We even have mat transfer on this shingle that was damaged that actually gave us no problems at all breaking the seal. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I don't like to use my hands. That way no one can say I manipulated anything with my hands. So I'm going to be using my roofing hatchet to lift up this shingle just enough to get under it where I can isolate where the nail is and get that removed. Now I'm only lifting the shingle above just high enough to pull that nail out at this point. Now there will be a little bit more liftage when we install because I've got to get a clean flush driven nail with my roofing hatchet. And I'll explain that to you guys as we get to that point. Man, this thing's way hotter than 78 degrees. Woo. I imagine the roof surface temp is about 99 or 100. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now here we have a butt joint, so I'm going to remove the nails from both sides of this butt joint, even though we're not going to be manipulating this shingle to the left that much. But as with all shingles, as I'll show you here in just a moment, that second run of nails goes through the top of this shingle, as you can see here. So we've got this run and this run. Look at the gobs of mat transfer. So basically what we're doing is we're tearing out the back of the shingles that we're not replacing. We're compromising that shingle's integrity. All right, one of the things I want to point out here, this is a recommended shingle. We're going to put this here. You're going to see a difference in the length. It's going to be a difference of 5/8. Oh, now North Carolina's not a matching state, but we do want to kind of look at the LKQ in this. So that's just a good side-by-side comparison. All right, so going back, I'm gonna have to slightly overlap this. Now, it's common belief that you can cut a field shingle, but you're not supposed to. There's not a second layer of protection like there is out here on the edge, or against a sidewall, or in a valley, where you have a starter shingle, or ice and water, or a valley liner. So I don't cut. I'd rather leave it laying over for now, just for this purpose. But I don't expect this shingle to stay here very long. All right, so now it's important. In order for me to get a clean flush-driven nail into the shingle, I have to lift the shingle here out of my way so that I can get a flush-driven nail. It's really important because if I try to tap it in at an angle, these sharp edges will cut the shingle above and the shingle below, and we'll have a leak that we can't find. So I'm going to be using my pry bar to get this shingle out of the way, just enough to get a clean flush-driven nail. And here we've got the breakage. Clean flush-driven nail. Again and again, I'm going to do this. I'm only going to do 4 on this shingle, even though I pulled 6 out, because manufacturer specifications call for 4. Got a butt joint here. We'll be doing that one as well. All right, guys, so that shingle's installed. If my cameraman could come a little closer so I could point out some of the issues that we have. Now, you're not gonna see them right away, but you got some degranulation across through here. It'll probably show its face a little bit better in the rain. You've got some delamination going on, delamination in multiple areas, but the biggest part is the mat transfer and the way the shingle tore. You've got mat transfer here and on the back side of this, so this shingle is compromised. It's gonna wear out, thin out over time. Mat transfer here. Everywhere where we removed the sealant strip, you've got mat transfer. And it's all on the back side of this shingle, as you can see from here. And then we'll show you the back side here. There it is, missing from there. So this is what's compromising the shingle. You got fiberglass mat showing. This is a fail all day long as far as repairability. Guys, I checked the pipe boots on this. It was from 2006. This is a 17-year-old roof. And me as a contractor with 33 years in the business, if a homeowner asked me to make a repair on this roof, I wouldn't be willing to put my name on it. I hope that you, the carrier, aren't either. So we humbly ask for some reconsideration on this. Thank you and have a blessed day.